All right, happy 2025, everyone. I think I'm going to call this video something like an incomplete guide to failing at sports cards collecting in 2025. Now, it's going to be an incomplete guide because I'm too lazy to create a comprehensive guide. But I suppose the first thing you might ask is, what sort of credentials do I have? Am I an expert at failure? And I would say, hell yes. I have had some epic failures in my life. So I'm going to be able to share my knowledge, my experience, which is pretty much priceless, with you, showing you how you can fail in 2025 at collecting sports cards. Now, here's the deal. Many of the tips that I will share, some of which I haven't even came up with yet, but I'm such a failure that I have confidence. Many of these tips will apply to other areas of your life as well. Heck, you know what? Just to show you that I've got something here, that's worth your time. Let me just give you one tip. Like I used to run 100 milers. I got into marathons. I got into ultra marathons. And I didn't do that many 100 milers, maybe a half dozen or so. So I was kind of a newbie. Well, I failed at about half of them. So here's failure tip number one. Sign up for something. Sign up for a 100 miler, especially if you're untrained. Your chances of finishing in the cutoff time, are low, very low. So failure tip number one, sign up for something that's really, really hard to have success at, and you're almost guaranteed of failure. Failure tip number one. I think I just failed to hit the pause button, so there was an awkward moment there. Hey, before we get on with your incomplete guide to failure, check this out. Let me show you how I failed. This came to me from George, Concrete Buddy, and it's postmarked December 20, and I'm just getting around to opening it, so more proof. I am a failure savant. George, Concrete Buddy, let's see what he sent my way. I cut the top off, but I did not open it. So we're going to see it for the first time together. Joy to the world. Oh, wow. That's really, really beautiful. In fact, you know what I'm going to do with this card? Well, first, let me read it. Let's see here. 2024. May the magic of Christmas fill your heart with joy and love, Adam. Best wishes for a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year for you and your family. P.S. I love your snow globe lamp. It's awesome. Thank you so much, George, from George, a.k.a. Diamond Yard Buddy. Let's put that back here so we can enjoy it. Actually, this is making this video feel more like a success video. But that's okay. That's all right. I'm still grateful, George. Actually, I'm very grateful. There's more. Look at this. George sent more. The card itself would have been plenty to bring some joy to my day and my holiday season. Hey, I know we're into January, but I'm holidaying on. Let's see what we got in here. We got something. Let's see. Adam, just a $1 box card, but it reminded me of how you like the Say Hey Kid. Best wishes, George, Concrete Buddy. Hey, that's really cool, man. George, you're going through the dollar boxes, and you thought of me. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Willie Mays, 1951 New York Giants, center field. Oh, I love it. I love it. Wow, TCMA. I forget what that stands for, but I like it. It's simple, 1975. I bet you there are not that many of these. Let's see, I'm failing to find something here. Perfect. More evidence of failure. Check that out. That is sweet. All right, George. Thank you so much. I am stoked, man. I really appreciate it. Okay. This is supposed to be a guide to failure. So, we got to quit talking about George because he's a success. How about this? I'm going to move this card too, just because I think we might have focusing issues. All right. How about this? I have been collecting the red hearts with a red background, and I believe there are 11 with a red background, and then there's 11 with green, 11 with blue. I've got 8 out of the 11. I've been stuck at 8 for a long, long time. That's okay. Failure tip number 2. I forgot I'm supposed to be giving tips. That's because I'm such a failure. Procrastination can help you achieve your goal. Just in my case, it was kind of being picky or not wanting to spend as much for the remaining 3 cards. But anyway, let me show one that I do have out of the 8 that I have. I always show the Stan the Man, but you know what? How about this pristine 4 Richie Ashburn? I mean, come on, man. Oh man, this thing's disgusting, isn't it? The eye appeal is so low, that low grade of 4. Let's look at the back. Oh, these are often off center on the back, but this one's not. I mean, the eye appeal. Yeah, I'd have to pull this out. I don't know. I haven't seen why this would be a 4. Maybe it's a little corner wear or something, but to me, that's what I call a 10-4, good buddies. It's a 4 that looks like a 10. More evidence of success. Damn it, this is supposed to be a video about failure. All right, another opportunity for failure. The 1938 Goudey heads up with cartoons, only 24 cards with cartoons. I've got 3. I've been stuck at 3 for a long time, including this Foxy card right here, Double X. Absolutely love it. It's got a little pinhole up there. It's got a little stain because he wasn't very good at triples. Jimmy Fox. What a sweet card. I think I paid around $350-ish for this, got it at an eBay auction. And so what's my goal here? My goal is I've got the DiMaggio, I've got the Bob Feller, I've got the Jimmy Fox. I really want the Hank Greenberg, but damn it, what's up with this Greenberg dude? Nobody's discounting the 38 Goudey heads up Greenberg with cartoons. They all want like comic card money for them, or they are just blasted into perdition. So, I've just been epically failing. I think I've got a good chance of failing. Now, here's the deal. There was one at the National in 2023. I was hanging out with Dylan, Double D. He got to it like 30 seconds before I did, and he bought the thing, the Greenberg. It's like a 1, but it's a beautiful 1, or maybe it's a 2. I don't remember, 1.5. Anyway, so more evidence of me failing to beat Dylan. Damn it. Oh, plus, here's another failure tip. Dylan's added a bunch of these recently with cartoons. So when you see somebody else, achieving a goal you're trying to achieve, let that demoralize you because they're kicking your butt. They're a winner. This demonstrates you're a failure. You should just give up. Giving up is a great way, a fantastic way to fail. I like my chances at failing to pick up the 38 Goudey heads up Greenberg with cartoons in 2025. Now, could I get some of the other cards? Sure, but I want the Greenberg next. I want the big 4. I know that doesn't sound like much of a failure, but I often fail at failing, which just proves that I'm really good at failing. I want the big 4, then I want to work it down from there. And what happens if I fail at failing and I end up with the glorious Greenberg? I'll find a way to live with it. Actually, I'll be absolutely stoked. Which means that, I admit it. I've got some work to do to become the greatest failure that I can possibly be. Oh, yeah. I really, really like my chances of failing to complete a 1952 Topps Hall of Famer run. I've, Jackie Robinson, Mickey Mantle, Eddie Matthews. Those are 3 right there that will help to solidify my epic failure. However, I do have a goal. It's a relatively modest goal. Just adding at least one 1952 Topps card to my collection in 2025. Here's a couple I could see myself getting. The Gil Hodges, don't have that one. The Billy Martin, his rookie card, big-time Yankee contributor, maybe Minnie Minoso. What a beautiful card. That's his rookie card as well. So, I would like to add at least one more 1952 Topps card to my collection in 2025. I hate to admit it, but I think I've got a pretty decent chance of doing that. So, you have to pick your spots. This may not be the spot to achieve the most failure, but hey, you win some, you lose some. All right, you're ready for another failure tip. I suppose this will be failure tip number 3. I forgot what number we're on. We are on right now. But give yourself plenty of goals. Plenty of goals. The more goals you have, the more opportunities for failure. Woohoo! Nothing motivates me like having more opportunities for failure. What are we looking at here? The Fabulous Relic 1.5. I know this does not, this purchase was anything but a failure. But you know what? I'm willing to admit when I have success. I'm not just going to share only my failures, because this has got the Gem Mint 10 oversized red rectangle because it's centered to the top. Oh, man. All right, let's check out the back. Adams, 1953 Topps, Mickey Mantle. Woohoo! Now, this is a set, you know, again, I mean, I could see myself maybe having all the Hall of Famers at some point for this set. Obviously, this is the big key right here, and I've got the Willie Mays as well, so I guess those are the 2 big keys. However, I lack the Jackie Robinson and the Satchel Paige, which I guess would maybe be the next keys to get. Would love to get one of those in 2025. You know, I'm going to give myself, I don't even know. I mean, with all the other goals I'm going to have, you know, I mean, I'm going to say I have a 50-50 shot at failure here of getting either the Paige or the Jackie Robinson. Now, you know, if I made it a priority, I'm sure my chance of success would be much higher, but failure tip number, is it 4? I don't know where we're at. Whatever number we're on, failure tip, do not prioritize. Do not prioritize certain goals in your life, because when you prioritize them, you are more apt to have success. So by not prioritizing, you increase your chances of failure. That, my friends, I think, is failure tip number 4. Oh, yeah, you can probably guess where this is going, but actually this is going to represent two opportunities for failure at sports card collecting in 2025. The first opportunity is 1954 Topps. I love them, absolutely love them, need more of them. And so it's been a while since I've added a 1954 Topps card. I would like to do that in 2025. Maybe the Jackie Robinson. Let's see, what else do I need? Anyway, you know, maybe another one, but I would like to add one in 2025. Here's the Willie Mays in a Vintage Greatness 3. This was actually a PSA 2.5 that had an imperfection on the plastic kind of in the middle here that was bugging me, so I sent it in the PSA case to SGC. SGC did not know what to do with it. They said to themselves, hey man, we're supposed to give this a 2 because PSA called it a 2.5. We've got to establish we are tougher graders. But then they were like, we're supposed to give this a 2, but it's actually a 10. So they compromised. They bumped it up to a 3. Here it is. No wrinkles as far as I can tell. I haven't tried to iron it or anything. But anyway, what are my chances of adding another 54 Topps card? I mean, it could be a Yankee contributor. There's some of those. You know, I think my chances are pretty good. But again, I'm throwing this goal in there because for a couple reasons. One, I really like 54 Topps. And 2, again, even if I am likely to succeed, this is another opportunity for failure. You maximize your opportunity for failure when you have more goals, even if some of those goals are more likely to succeed. I know that's kind of high-level failure theory, but, you know, I hope that makes sense. If not, just keep thinking about it. And if you fail, that's okay too. In fact, that's the goal. So anyway, you become a failure. Woohoo! Continuing on, what is my next way to fail? Well, here's the deal. I would like to have a Willie Mays Topps run. Now, I'll probably fail at a Bowman run because that 51 Bowman tends to be on the pricey side for Willie Mays, but I'd like to have the Topps run. Unfortunately, I have the 52 Topps. I did not fail there. I've got the 53 Topps. I did not fail there. Damn it. Actually, I'm really stoked to have those cards. I got the 54 Topps. But that's it. I do not have, well, I've got some in, I've got a few in the 60s. Anyway, I thought, why not complete the 1950s Topps Willie Mays run? I've got his 52, 53, 54. Now I need 55, 56, 57, 58, and 59. If I could complete the Willie Mays Topps base card 1950s run, then I can continue on into finishing out the 60s and the 70s. So this is an opportunity to fail. I really want the 55, let's say, and the 56. All right, failure tip number whatever, could be 5. Here I am, a professional mathematician. I'm not keeping track of these. You might think I'm just winging it. Oh man, here comes failure. Another failure tip. Just wing it. Winging it gives you extra chances to fail because you're not thinking about what the hell you're doing. That is a powerful failure hack, my friends. But I digress. I gave you tip 6 before tip 5. Another failure. Woo-hoo! All right, back to tip 5, which I think is 5. When making goals, use the quantifier and instead of or. Let me give you an example right here. I could say I want the 55 Topps or the 56 Topps. Oh, white back, that's what I'm looking for with Willie Mays. I like the white backs better than the gray backs. I could say or, but I'm going to say and I want the 55 Topps Willie Mays this year and the 56 Topps Willie Mays this year as part of my 2025 goals. And so therefore, by using the quantifier and instead of or, I significantly increase my chance at failure. And failure tip number 7, put some requirements on your tips, like white back. It's got to be the white back, which is tougher to get than the gray back for the 56 Topps Willie Mays. Putting those extra requirements on is like icing on the failure cake. Woohoo! Now this bad boy is anything but a failure. This is a freaking, you know what? You want to see this more? I try to make short videos. I always fail. More evidence of my status as a failure guru. If you're wondering, look at this. Is this insane or what? Yes, it is. In case anybody's wondering, this card is absolutely insane. Woohoo! All right. Now, a lot of pretty much all the cards I'm showing would suggest that I'm not failing. I want you to try to overlook that because keep in mind that sometimes you've got to have an awful lot of success before you finally achieve failure. But hey, here's another rule. Don't get too discouraged by success. It's really, really hard, even if you try, to have nothing but success. So even if you're having a lot of success, just, keep the faith. Failure could be just around the corner. You got to believe it to achieve it. Woohoo! Now, what about this beauty? This Stunna, I tell you what, this says BVG 4, best grader in the business. But, oh man, this has the S sticker. That adds 6. So 4 plus 6, this is a 10. I think a little bit over, though. Should be a 9. It's got fuzzy cut on all 4 sides. Who does not want, I think that's why they give it a 4. Who does not want fuzzy cut on all 4 sides? Think about the implications. The 4-sided fuzzy cut. You know what I just realized? I should have saved that for a success video. The 4-sided fuzzy cut. If that's not a Gem Mint 10, I don't know what is. That card is insane. And again, we could look at it at various angles in, full moons, blue moons, different lighting. It's really sweet. So what does this card represent? More opportunities for failure. Let me just talk about my experience as a failure. I had the 56 Topps Grayback Mickey Mantle, gorgeous card. Sold it to John, a member of our community. I didn't know I was selling it to him, but he's got it. He's stoked. I'm stoked for him. But I failed to retain that card, and then I bought a white back because I wanted the white back in a lower grade. And it was beautiful, beautiful. But it looked about like this kind of head on, but it had a big wrinkle you really, couldn't see except at an angle. It was pretty big. and it was bugging me, so I sold it. So another failure right there. I had two 56 tops Mickey Mantles. Now I've got none. Utterly failed. Oh, this should be another failure tip. Number 7, I think. Now I failed to keep track of these. Oh, don't keep track of stuff. That's another way to fail. Let's call that number 7. Don't keep track. Don't track stuff. That increases your chance of failing, I think. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm failing to. Anyway, what the heck was my failure here? Oh, yeah. Sell stuff. When you have success, sell it. You can turn success into failure. This is tip, I think, number 8. Remember, don't get discouraged by success. Successes can be turned into failure. One way to do it is sell stuff that you'll regret. Now, in this case, I don't regret too much. I'm happy for John, and I think another one will come around. And in fairness, I got a big card with proceeds from that whiteback. So it's all good, but I would like to get a 56 tops whiteback Mickey Mantle. I'd like to, at the very least, add another 56 tops card. I haven't done so for a while in 2025. I think there's a pretty decent chance that'll happen, but again, by just adding another goal, it increases my chances for failure. Now, here's another tip. If I get the 56 tops whiteback Willie Mays, that's gonna, be 2 successes. 1, I'm adding to my Willie Mays 1950s tops run, and 2, I'm adding a 1956 tops card in 2025. You want to avoid that. Failure tip number 9, avoid cards that can satisfy more than one goal. That is the bane of failure. That is, the kryptonite of failure. You do not want cards satisfying multiple goals, but I would have one that would satisfy multiple goals. That would be the 1956 whiteback Willie Mays. So why do I have a card that would satisfy multiple goals? Because I am a failure at making better goals. Woohoo! Oh, yeah. Well, we're going to have some success in this video because, after all, if I showed nothing but failure, it might be kind of a little unbelievable. You'd think it was contrived or I was only showing my failures. This, my friends, the 2022 Topps Black in a Gem Mint 7.5. Only 71 of these black beauties on the planet. This is number 5. This is a gift from somebody who is a success, one of the greatest, most successful collectors that I know of, Shane Shoebox Legends. By the way, if you want to be a failure at collecting, whatever you do, don't watch Shane Shoebox Legends because it's nearly impossible to be a failure if you follow his advice. I get sucked in and I watch it because, damn it. Anyway, he gave me this too. He sent this to me as a gift. I sent something his way in appreciation. I had actually reached out to him. He got, I think, a Mint 9, and I said, oh man, I'd love to take that 7.5 off of your hands, buy it, trade, whatever. And he just sent this my way. So thank you so much, Shane. Okay, it leads to another goal. I want to have 62 2022 Judge variations with that very image. And I'm up to 59 out of 62. So I'm almost certainly going to make this goal. And serial numbered, I'm up to 44 out of 62. Although I don't care if they're all serial numbered. I'm just kind of keeping track of that to keep track of it. But anyway, this is another goal. To be open with everyone out there, I will almost certainly succeed at getting 3 more. And then I'll have to do a big success video, which kind of sucks when you're focusing on failure. But again, I guess this will be tip number, 9? Do not let your successes discourage you. All right, this is a brand new to me card, never shown on this channel. Came up maybe a couple weeks ago as a buy it now for I think 65 or 69 bucks, something like that. I snarfed this bad boy up because, I have not seen these around. This is the 97 Finest Barry Bonds Refractor Competitors. Now, I should give another tip. To, become a better failure. Compare yourself to others. You probably are failing more than them, And yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This bad boy is, I love this, man. This is such, I will say something about this, but first, in the Gem Min 8, let's look at this. This bad boy is an uncommon refractor. I don't know if it's going to, show up, but it says it right there. It's number 49 in the Competitors series, and also number 313 in the set. When I got this, I thought, I wonder how much I'll like it. Oh, man, I absolutely love it, which is what you try to avoid. But you know what? Again, it happens. It happens. Success is inevitable. You just kind of have to live with a certain amount of it. All right. How does this set me up for a potential future failure? Well, I hate to say it, but I'm probably going to succeed here. I was looking to have a refractor from each playing year's, each year that Barry Bonds was playing, for which he had refractors starting in 1993. And I've got all the years covered except 2004, so I've failed there so far. Woohoo! And I think for 2000, I just have a dual player. It's a Bonds and Ken Griffey Jr. refractor. So, I'll keep that, but I'd like to have a, just a Bonds 2000 refractor. So I'm pretty sure in 2025, I'll have at least one refractor from each playing year that Bonds had a refractor. And that will be a success, but hey, that's going to happen. All right, failure tip number 10. Have so many goals that even if you're successful in some of them, you can keep your success rate low, like say maybe 10%, which of course keeps your failure rate high. Remember again, I should have brought out a chart for this, but I failed to get one ready. A low success rate equals a high failure rate. I mean, just simple math here, 10% success. Don't focus on that. Focus on the 90% failure. Again, mindset is key when you're looking to fail, but I will say probably going to succeed, probably going to have a refractor from each year for Barry Bonds. And then what am I going to do? Well, I'll keep getting Bonds refractors, but might slow down some. Might I get rid of some? Maybe a few here and there, but unlikely. For the most part, I'll keep all of them. Some years I'll have several. Other years I won't have as many. Once I get a refractor from each year, I'm going to do an epic, an epic success video. But hey, failure tip number whatever, 10, 11, be open about your successes. Don't just share your failures with people. Be open about your successes as well. Be authentic so that when you do fail, people will know that's who you are. All right, just to clarify that last point, you want to share your successes so when you do fail, people will know it's authentic failure. You're not messing with them. It's not fake news failure. It's real failure that you can own and you can identify with. You can attach it to your self-worth. Yeah. Failure tip number 11, attach your failures to your self-worth. This will bring on more failure. This is probably one of the most powerful tips for failure. Man, I can't believe I came up with that off the top of my head, but it should be obvious. I just wanted to show the 97 I just showed, the Competitors. I have two other 97 Barry Bonds refractors, this All-Star Topps Chrome. What the heck? Man, I'm going to have to show this one on the 4th of July. And then let me show one more. I guess we'll put this, we'll go ahead at the risk of success. We'll go ahead and put this one up here. And then, then this one too. Oh man. Talk about failure. I overpaid, maybe, who knows, because I really wanted it. Oh man. This is insane. This power refractor, totally natural power. No Flintstones chewables. This is rare. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a rare refractor power number 29 or number 175 in the set. So yeah, let's go ahead and show this one off. Oh man, this refractor has no business in a failure video. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm not talking about. Unfortunately, this was one of my successes in 2024, picking up this Too Good to Be 2, 1952 Willie Mays. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Maybe in a scrapbook at some point, but you know what? That doesn't bother me a bit. You can still make out all the words. That doesn't bother me a bit. As many in this community have said, they're willing to give on the back. A lot of collectors more than me. Like, I don't want too much paper loss, but I'm happy with this. I'm cool with that, especially when you get, a front that looks like a 5 at a fraction of the price. So where does this give me opportunity for failure? Seems like I'm just talking about success here. I am failing to talk enough about failure. Well, 52 Bowman. I want to put together, slowly but surely, hopefully I can do a lot of failing along the way, but I'd like to put together a 52 Bowman Hall of Fame run. Now, I've got the Mickey Mantle, the big one. I didn't show it in this video because there's, if I show that, then nobody will even believe this is a video on how to fail. So the 52 Bowman, Mickey Mantle, I got that. I got the Willie Mays. And so, I got the two big ones as far as price goes. And Stan the Man. I really want the Stan the Man 52 Bowman. Now, I'm going to be open about it. I want this card enough where I'm probably going to make success happen. So I guess this is going to be failure rule number whatever, 12. Maybe it's 12. Who the heck knows? Failure rule number 12. It's okay to indulge in occasional success. If you want to go ahead and have a goal, make it happen, not be denied. Don't be ashamed of it. It's all right to just go ahead and have some success and go after it and, feel good about it. Just don't make it a habit. Once in a while, it's actually good. It's kind of a break from failure, and it can help you to come back and be even more epic when you do get back to a failing pattern. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to succeed, but at least the good news is there is an opportunity, albeit small, to fail here. I really want the 52 Bowman, Stan the Man, in 2025, if not Stan the Man, at least another player. But I really want Stan the Man. So, to be open with everybody, I'm probably going to make it happen and just live with the success. Oh, yeah. I would love to get what I call just a monster mega grail card at the National this year in Chicago. So something like maybe, the 39 play ball Ted Williams, or just something epic like that. Maybe the 41 play ball Joe DiMaggio, maybe the 49 Leaf Joe DiMaggio. You get the idea. Something like that, leading to failure tip number whatever, maybe 12. Make your goals so high. This really relates back to, I think, the first tip we had. Make your goals high. Like, really just stretch goals that just are hard to conceive. Why? The harder the goal, the higher the probability of failure. So I want a mega card, such as the 39 play ball Ted Williams. So what does that have to do with this? Now, this I paid, I think it was $825 for, 2-3 years ago. But now it's worth quite a bit more. It's a comma card now, and then some. So this could be a trade bait. I could take this to the National. Now, the nice thing is maybe no dealer will want to trade with me, so that gives an additional opportunity for failure. All right, tip number 13, bring trades instead of cash. Now, it does kind of decrease your chance of failing, because if you've got cash and you go after a big card, the dealer's going to take your cash, unless you're offering way too low, or just too low, or the dealer won't budge. But there's a good chance the dealer will take your cash, but there's a lesser chance the dealer will take your trade. The dealer may not want your trade, or may not want to give you, a reasonable amount for your trade. And so trading with cards instead of cash increases your chance for failure. Now, if you've got some cards that kind of suck, that really helps. That really increases. I don't know. Who knows how many subscribers I'm going to lose from this video. I guess that's an opportunity to fail for me. Woohoo! This is a beauty. These tend to be off center like this. So, just getting one not very chippy is really sweet and tough to do. I will confess, I would have a hard time letting this go for sure, but you know what? If it could be part of something like, a 39 play ball Ted Williams or a 41 play ball Joe DiMaggio, something like that, I would be willing to make it happen. So a chance for, this is pretty exciting actually. It's exciting because this is the big unknown, Could I leverage this to go towards some big vintage baseball card that I want? Like, what are my chances? Maybe they're pretty good. We'll see, but I'm gonna, I'm still contemplating. There's a good chance I'll take this or maybe one or two of my other Star Jordans to the National and see what I can do. Of course, the more of them that I take, the more chances of failing at trading them. Woohoo! Oh yeah, I feel like I'm failing right before your eyes. This is a freaking incomplete guide, and this video is still way too long. Check this Gem Mint 4 out. I know I've shown this recently, but hey, I like to show cards more than once. I'm super stoked about this card. Absolutely love it. Wow. Okay, so what does this represent? How does this represent another opportunity for failure? Now, this is a card I knew about and I wanted for sure. But you never know when a card's going to come up that, you'd like to have, but maybe it's tough to find or tough to find at a price you want to pay, or if if you're picky like me, tough to find in a condition that you like, because I can be known to be pretty picky, that's for sure, by my own admittance. This represents a goal of kind of the unknown pickup, something that you maybe know about or maybe you didn't know about that you think would be really cool, but what are the chances the right one will come along that you really like at the right price type thing, and when it does, you snag it. So in 2025, this was a 2024 pickup, by the way. Oh yeah, in 2025, I would love to have some sort of a pickup that I will not disclose because I don't know what the hell it is. But like this, it just comes along, knocks my socks off. I think this was a buy it now, and I couldn't buy it fast enough. So yeah, this represents the goal, which I could fail at. Now, I'm totally at the mercy of, I guess, mostly at the mercy of others on this one. That's good. That's another failure tip. Make sure some of your goals are totally out of your control or mostly out of your control at the mercy of others. If the goal is mostly out of your control, you know what that does? Yes, indeed. It increases the probability of failure. Woohoo! Now, some of you might be like, I'm sick of this guy talking about failure. I want a success tip. I'm into success. I'm all about the success mindset. Well, I got you covered because we're going to go success mode for a moment. Everybody else just hang with me. We'll get back to failure. Is there an opportunity to buy high-grade vintage cards of one of the best, arguably the best hitter of all time, someone who had an amazing life, just an amazing person, at low prices? Yes, there is, and we are talking the 59 Fleer Ted Williams set. 80 glorious cards. You can pick and choose the ones you want. And so one of my goals for 2025, I've got 8 different cards from this set. I'd like to add some more. Now, I'm not necessarily trying to complete the whole set. However, that leads us to failure tip number 13, which I just thought of. Try to collect everything, man. Go after complete sets. Why? There's a good chance there'll be some stoppers in there. Maybe cards that are really tough on the budget, depending on what your budget is. If you go after complete sets, preferably in high grade. Remember, complete sets and high grade. What does it do? That's right. Increases the probability of failure. Woohoo! So I should say I want the complete set in 2025. But I'm just going to say I'd like to add some 59 Fleer Ted Williams cards. I've got 8. I'd like to add a few more. Now, full disclosure here, I might just have bought some on January 1 that will be coming my way. So I might have already succeeded at this goal and will be showing those in the future. Well, damn it, I fell off the bandwagon. I kind of got caught up in the hype of New Year's and people, trying to be all positive and change their life and, do better and lose that weight and, have better relationships and, do better at work and get up early and exercise and eat right and have a positive attitude and all that stuff. So I got kind of caught up in it, and I will admit I bought a few 59 Fleer Ted Williams on January 1. I'm kind of disgusted with myself, but I got to live with it now. So I guess I've already achieved this goal. Hey, you can't win them all, but I guess I won that one. All right, let me show you this. Now, there's a reason I'm showing you this because I absolutely love it, but I want to give you a success tip. What the heck? A success tip because some of you are tired of hearing about failure. Here's a success tip. There's a couple of these on eBay right now, unless they just got bought. From the same seller, I think it's San Diego Collectibles, I believe out of San Diego. And this is on sale. He has 2 7s, near mint 7 PSA recent grades of this very card. I think $35 with free shipping. So one of those bad boys for $35 with free shipping. They both look really nice. To me, from what I recall just looking at the pictures, they both look as nice as this 8 right here. So there's a success tip. You got $35, free shipping. You could get a beautiful near mint 7. And let me tell you why I love this card so much. I mean, look at that. It's like 3D. With the white and the wrinkles in his uniform, it's just like it's popping. His image is just popping in 3D, with those kind of pastel, subtle colors in the background. So there's a success tip. However, at least it gives you the opportunity for failure. Those might not be available anymore. Somebody else might have bought them. So for those of you who are into failure, it's very possible you're too late. Woo! Oh yeah, we're coming to the end of this epic fail known as my video. Okay, here's the deal. This thing is stunning. The number 1 Wilt Chamberlain from 6970 tops in a gem mint 6.5. Is that a stunner or what? Okay. So what does this have to do with failure? This looks like a success, but I just thought of failure tip number 13 literally just a second ago after I had started to show this card. Now this definitely looks like a success. So how can I turn it into a failure? This requires some clever thinking. I would really love to have, I think it's 62 Fleer, 61, 62, whatever it is. If I weren't such a failure, I'd remember, but his rookie card. Would love to have his rookie card. So now every time I pull this out, I can talk about how I have a goal of having his rookie card, and I have not achieved it, which means that makes this card look like a failure. I know this card looks like a glorious success, but if you adopt the right mindset, you can actually see this card as a failure because it just screams, Adam, you do not have his rookie card. So this card can actually be, this epic success actually can put our mindset right toward failure. Epic failure tip number 14. This can work in life as well. Don't focus on what you have. Focus on what you don't have. Focus on what you're unlikely to acquire. This is the failure mindset, and many people fail to adopt it. But I tell you what, it works, man. This stuff is real. Woohoo! Oh, yeah. Well, that's it. Let me know in the comments below, or if you have your computer upside down, let me know in the comments above, or if you got it sideways, well, yeah, maybe it's easier just to put it upside down or right side up. Remember, if your computer is right side up, the comments are below. If it's upside down, they're above. If it's sideways, just turn it to one of those other orientations. Anyway, let me know just how big of a failure you think I'll be in 2025. I feel like I'm well on my way now. In fairness, I bought those Ted Williams on January 1. So if those come in the mail, I'm already starting out with a success. But that could be another failure tip. Start with some success, just kind of like a warm-up. it primes you to fail, and it might not seem like it. That's counterintuitive, but this is, next level. This is like graduate degree failure, because when you do fail, the contrast to the success makes it even stand out more. It's like black on a white background. So yeah, starting out with a little success, it's kind of like in a race, start out slow and then you can pass people later on. So a little success right out of the gate might seem like a bad thing. Look at Aaron Judge. Look how he started out slow, but man, became the MVP, of the season. So yeah, fail hard, my friends. Thank you for sharing in my joy. I hope you had a wonderful and peaceful time in the Vintage Sanctuary, and I'm not even sure if I said what I was going to say before. Let me know in the comments below how big of a failure you think I'll be in 2025. Let me know how big of a failure you intend to be in 2025. Woohoo! Thank you for sharing in my joy. Maybe I'll do an end of year video just to show how much I failed. I hope you had a wonderful and peaceful time in the Vintage Sanctuary. Take care, my friends.